Session 4, Seeking the Covering of the Kinsman Redeemer. I would like to start this session by discussing a Hebrew word that has great meaning for this book of the Bible. It is the Hebrew word kanaf. It means corner, wings, outskirts, the hem of a garment, the edge of a covering. The Hebrews had been instructed by Moses that God wanted them to leave the corners, the kanaf, of their fields unharvested, so the poor could come and freely harvest grain to feed themselves. God has compassion for the poor, those on the corners of society. At the end of our last session, we see Ruth gleaning or harvesting grain from the corners of Boaz's fields. But Boaz goes beyond just allowing Ruth to glean in the corners. He orders his harvesters to make gathering grain easier for her. Boaz sees what Ruth has done to help Naomi, and Boaz says, "May the Lord repay you for what you have done. May you be richly rewarded by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose kanaf, wings, you have come to take refuge." The second Hebrew word that is key to the second half of this book of Ruth is goel. The word goel is translated redeemer or close relative. We'll call it a kinsman redeemer. The ancient Hebrews were very concerned with a person's family tree. As I mentioned earlier, when they were given the land of Israel, each tribe was apportioned certain lands. So keeping record of what tribe and family a person was from was very important. But what would happen if a man died childless? Who would inherit the land when he died? Would his line end and his family lose part of their ancestral land forever? The Hebrews devised the custom of a goel, a kinsman redeemer. A male close relative could marry the deceased man's widow, and children born would carry the name and line of the dead man. This custom preserved the ancestral inheritance and also provided for the childless widow a home and a man to protect her. This man would shelter her in case of tribal attack, which seemed to happen a lot in those days. She would also be greatly blessed if through her second husband she could finally hold a baby in her arms. The requirements for being a kinsman redeemer, a goel, were that the man had to be a close relative, be willing to redeem, and able to redeem. At the end of chapter 2, Naomi has started to see that God has not abandoned her, nor Ruth. Naomi's heart is softening, and she has moved beyond self-pity. Her heart's desire now is that Ruth be blessed. Naomi has seen God work through Boaz, but harvest time is over. What will happen now? Naomi decides it's time to stir the pot and play matchmaker. Listen to chapter 3 of the book of Ruth.
One day Naomi, her mother-in-law, said to her, "My daughter, should I not try to find a home for you where you will be well provided for? Is not Boaz, with whose servant girls you have been, a kinsman of ours? Tonight he will be winnowing barley on the threshing floor. Wash and perfume yourself and put on your best clothes. Then go down to the threshing floor, but do not let him know you are there until he has finished eating and drinking. When he lies down, note the place where he is lying. Then go and uncover his feet and lie down. He will tell you what to do." "I will do whatever you say," Ruth answered. So she went down to the threshing floor and did everything her mother-in-law told her to do. When Boaz had finished eating and drinking and was in good spirits, he went over to lie down at the end of the grain pile. Ruth approached quietly, uncovered his feet, and lay down. In the middle of the night, something startled the man, and he turned and discovered a woman lying at his feet. "Who are you?" he asked. "I am your servant Ruth," she said. "Spread the corner of your garment over me, since you are a kinsman redeemer." "The Lord bless you, my daughter," he replied. "This kindness is greater than that which you showed earlier. You have not run after younger men, whether rich or poor. And now, my daughter, don't be afraid. I will do for you all you ask. All my fellow townsmen know that you are a woman of noble character. Although it is true that I am a near kin, there is a kinsman redeemer nearer than I. Stay here for the night, and in the morning, if he wants to redeem, good, let him redeem. But if he is not willing, as surely as the Lord lives, I will do it. Lie here until morning." So she lay at his feet until morning, but got up before any one could be recognized. And he said, "Don't let it be known that a woman came to the threshing floor." He also said, "Bring me the shawl you are wearing and hold it out." And when she did, he poured into it 6 measures of barley and put it on her. Then he went back to the town. When Ruth came to her mother-in-law, Naomi asked, "How did it go, my daughter?" Then she told her everything Boaz had done for her and added, "He gave me these 6 measures of barley, saying, 'Don't go back to your mother-in-law empty-handed.'" Then Naomi said, "Wait, my daughter, until you find out what happens, for the man will not rest until the matter is settled today."
When Ruth lies at Boaz's feet, she is acting out, asking him to cover her with his hem, his wings, his kanaf, to shelter her as a kinsman redeemer, the Goel. Boaz had praised her for seeking shelter under the wings, the kanaf of the God of Israel. Now she is asking Boaz to provide that shelter. Will God be able to work through Boaz to help Naomi and Ruth? Now, Naomi could have asked Boaz to marry Naomi, but that wouldn't have given Ruth security or the possibility of a child. However, Ruth is a foreigner. She doesn't have riches or a good family name or status to offer Boaz. So Naomi sends Ruth in the middle of the night, secretly, so Boaz could refuse and not humiliate Ruth. Let's now journey with Ruth as she comes to the threshing floor and approaches Boaz. Listen to "Cover Me."
I quiver with anticipation, my heart races with holy fear, as I softly step toward my Master's feet. Into his presence I draw near. I quietly lay down at his feet, not knowing what to do or say. When he awakes to find me here, will he turn me away? The night is warm, but I shiver, trembling to the bone. Beside me lies my future, my destiny, my home. I have nothing I can offer him, no gift of worth have I, just my broken, empty, needy heart at his feet to lie. He stirs, I'm caught within his glance, and to my surprise for you, my blessed one. Cover me, spread your garment over me. Cover me, spread your garment over me, for I am your servant, Lord, and I belong to you. Cover me, my Redeemer, cover me.
Take a good look at this man, Boaz. He was an honorable man in every way. Ruth has risked her life and honor coming there alone at night. Boaz doesn't take advantage of Ruth. He protects her reputation and honor. He is willing to marry her, a foreigner. But we learn that there is a closer relative, which may be why Boaz has not stepped forward to be Kinsman Redeemer. Boaz is the type of man who honors their customs. Don't you just want to find out what happens next? Did you ever think that reading the Bible could be so exciting? Let's read on in chapter 4.
Meanwhile, Boaz went up to the town gate and sat there. When the kinsman redeemer he had mentioned came along, Boaz said, "Come over here, my friend, and sit down." So he went over and sat down. Boaz took 10 of the elders of the town and said, "Sit here," and they did so. Then he said to the kinsman redeemer, "Naomi, who has come back from Moab, is selling the piece of land that belonged to our brother Elimelech. I thought I should bring the matter to your attention and suggest that you buy it in the presence of these seated here and in the presence of the elders of my people. If you will redeem it, do so. But if you will not, tell me, so I will know. For no one has the right to do it except you, and I am next in line." "I will redeem it," he said. Then Boaz said, "On the day you buy the land from Naomi and Ruth the Moabitess, you acquire the dead man's widow, in order to maintain the name of the dead with his property." At this, the kinsman redeemer said, "Then I cannot redeem it, because I might endanger my own estate. You redeem it yourself. I cannot do it." Now, in earlier times in Israel, for the redemption and transfer of property to become final, one party took off his sandal and gave it to the other. This was the method of legalizing transactions in Israel. So the kinsman redeemer said to Boaz, "Buy it yourself." And he removed his sandal. Then Boaz announced to the elders and all the people, "Today you are a witness that I have bought from Naomi all the property of Elimelech, Kilion, Mahlon. I have also acquired Ruth the Moabitess, Mahlon's widow, as my wife, in order to maintain the name of the dead with his property. So this his name will not disappear from among his family or from the town records. Today you are witnesses." Then the elders and all those at the gate said, "We are witnesses. May the Lord make the woman who is coming into your home like Rachel and Leah, together built up the house of Israel. May you have a standing in Ephrathah and be famous in Bethlehem. Through the offspring the Lord gives you by this young woman, may your family be like Perez, whom Tamar bore to Judah." So Boaz took Ruth, and she became his wife. Then he went to her, and the Lord enabled her to conceive, and she gave birth to a son. The woman said to Naomi, "Praise be the Lord, who this day has not left you without a kinsman redeemer. May he become famous throughout Israel. He will renew your life and sustain you in your old age. For your daughter-in-law, who loves you and who is better to you than 7 sons, has given him birth." Then Naomi took the child laid him in her lap, and cared for him. The women living there said, "Naomi has a son," and they named him Obed. He was the father of Jesse, the father of David. And then in his family line of Perez. Perez was the father of Hezron, Hezron the father of Ram, Ram the father of Amminadab, Amminadab the father of Nahshon, Nahshon the father of Salmon, Salmon the father of Boaz, Boaz the father of Obed, Obed the father of Jesse, and Jesse the father of David.
Don't you just love happy endings? Listen to Naomi's new song as she contemplates the pathway her life has taken. She now has a truer image of who God is, for she knows now that God is good and faithful. She has a truer image of herself. She's no longer Mrs. Bitter, but life is better. She is Mrs. Pleasant now, for she has been blessed by the amazing hand of God. Naomi sings a different tune now. Listen to "You Heal the Broken Heart in Me."
Staring in the water, seeing only my reflection, unable to see what secrets lie beneath. Looking at my life, seeing only circumstances, unable to see you move beyond my reach. Scarlet threads woven, not coincidences. Scarlet threads of people, place, and time. Working behind the scenes, reaching out to touch me, embracing me, though my eyes were blind. God of love, dew of mercy, hidden from my view, loving me in ways I could not see. God of love, tender wisdom, reveal to me in time. You have healed the broken heart in me. Gazing in the water, I see beyond my reflection. Now I know the God whose heart is mine. Reflecting on my life, His scarlet threads are woven, touching me through people, place, and time.